Hi there, welcome to Tenzen, where we try to allay any concerns, fears, and teach you a little bit along the way of how you can maximize your usage of Windows 10. My name is Mike Gannotti, and I'm a solutions architect here at the Philadelphia MTC, bringing you this by way of MTC Studios. So let's get started on taking a look at this video's topic, Cortana. Now, many of you may be pretty familiar with Cortana. Steven, our producer back there. Steven, have you ever played the game Halo?
I have.
You have. And have you encountered a certain artificial intelligence?
Yes, I believe.
He
Has a female name.
He believes so, and he said that with a female name, and that female name would be?
Cortana.
Cortana, correct. So Cortana, if you're not aware, is originated as the female artificial intelligence who helps Master Chief through his adventures and all that stuff in the game's Halo throughout the series. And when they got ready to start doing an artificial intelligence personal assistant for the Windows platform, starting on Windows Mobile and then making its way in Windows 10 to all devices, they went by the code name of Cortana. Now, it became so popular that when Cortana launched as a feature on the phone, they kept the name because people were asking, and I'll admit, I was one of the first ones to say, I like Cortana. So if you have upgraded to Windows 10, you now have on your PC Cortana. It's a beautiful thing. So what are some of the things that Cortana can do? Well, like any digital assistant, Cortana monitors your activities, your events, your calendars, etc., and can notify you of upcoming events, changes, etc. But Cortana does so much more. So let's take a look at Cortana and how she surfaces. So the first thing you should notice is here I am in desktop mode, and you'll see here it says Ask Me Anything. And why don't we go full screen, David, or Steven, I'm sorry. And so here you can see down the lower right, we have a little circle where it says Ask Me Anything. There's also a microphone icon, so I can click and actually talk to my assistant. I can click inside here and type, but notice first thing when I click is it says, Michael, is there anything I can do? It says I've gathered a look at the day for you, and it's telling me the traffic on my way home, and I can look at more information there. Today's calendar, I could click on some of the pieces there. I could click on events like vacation. It's giving me stocks that I track, and I can come in here, and you'll notice when I click that, I can edit that, the stocks, things that I'm tracking here. It's showing me some information, local, coming from Foursquare, and again, I can edit that within this view here, what it's going to monitor. It's showing me places, alarms, sports. I can see more tips. Since I'm a Yankees fan, Cortana's tracking the Yankees for me. And there's much more information from around the internet that Cortana is bringing me all in one spot. And that's great. So, first thing I can do is I can look there, but Cortana does so much more than that. Cortana allows me to search the internet from one spot. So, for example, I could start a search from here, and maybe I want to look up, Steven, you're a local Philadelphian. Is there any local Phillies sports teams that you're looking for information on?
There was a big Phillies trade yesterday.
Phillies trade. So let's take a look at Philadelphia Phillies trade. And as I'm typing, notice all these things that are coming here over on the side, including the trade deadline and trade. So I can go ahead and click that, and bam, I'm going to now get from the internet all this news around the Phillies trade. So here we see the Phillies have agreed to trade Cole Hamels to Texas. Go Rangers. So we have that, right? And we can certainly search on anything on the internet, but Cortana goes even deeper and more personal, local. Maybe I'm looking for files on my system. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at, I don't know, documents that we have here. So editorial planning calendar. Maybe we're going to look at that. So I'm looking for, maybe I don't know where I put something, and I could say I'm looking for the editorial. And there we go. As I'm doing that, it's automatically looking ahead intelligently. It looks at the web, the store, and boom, local editorial planning calculating. Since I went ahead and typed editorial up to the, not quite the L, so let's do the L. There we go. It's now highlighted that word. When I had only everything up to the L, then it showed there. Notice down below as well, I can click and show just my stuff or the web. So it's allowing me to find that, and it's a great thing. So it allows me to find, different content on my computer. It also allows me to find functions. Maybe I want to grab a program like, I don't know, Paint. And as I do so, there it is, and it shows me that, as well as Paint for Kids and Fresh Paint, which are in the store. It allows me to find information from the internet, of course, my application, Paint, that's here. Maybe I want to look for, I don't know, let's say security settings. So now it's gone ahead and look at all the things it's done here. Windows Firewall with advanced security. I have folders around security. Office 365 security. Settings around Windows Defender security. The web security essentials. Up above, change security settings. Check security status. Local security policy. Again, all of that coming by way of Cortana. But some of the things I like about Cortana is, again, just being able to talk to Cortana. So, for example, I can go ahead and sit here and just by talking to her, actually have her respond to me. Maybe I want to know what the weather is outside. So let's go ahead and ask Cortana. Hey, Cortana. Hey, Cortana. What is the temperature outside?
It's currently 87 and...
So now you can see Cortana has brought me the weather. Now we have a lot of ambient noise in the studio that we're compensating for. There's loud fans and stuff. But normally that would just come up. But even with all the ambient noise we have that we're using our mixer to kind of minimize, you can see Cortana was able to recognize what I asked her and bring me to that. What I like even more than that, though, is actually being able to set things up on the go. Maybe I'm walking down the hallway and I don't have the ability to type, but I want to set up an appointment. So if I wanted to set an appointment, let's say I have an important one. I want to schedule a date night with my wife for the movies tonight, perhaps. Hey, Cortana, set an appointment.
When should I schedule the event?
Today,
Sure. What time does it start?
7 p.m.
What should I call it?
Ant-Man movie.
All right. I'll add Ant-Man movie to your calendar for today at 7 p.m. Is that right?
Yes.
Should I add this to your calendar?
Yes.
Great.
And there you go. You can see it's now added Ant-Man the movie to my calendar so that I can go ahead and get a reminder on my phone. You can come back here. On my phone, on my PC, whatever device, and quickly and easily have that done for me. That is just one of many things that Cortana can do. There are a whole range of things you can ask Cortana questions, just like we looked up about the Phillies trade earlier. We can do that orally. Again, we can type it in. We can simply invoke it by saying, hey, and then Cortana, right? I didn't put them together so it wouldn't pop up again and start responding. We can also invoke the audio simply by clicking on the remote microphone icon here, and then it will listen for anything that we say. And Cortana will either just answer us, whoops, and I went ahead and clicked, I don't want that, there we go. Cortana will then answer and respond to us or provide us links on the web as it does search across that material. But we can do a lot of things with that. So for example, maybe I want to go ahead and engage in some conversation with Cortana. Maybe I woke up and I'm feeling a little blue. So I might want to just ask, hey Cortana, am I handsome?
Well, I certainly think so.
Well, thank you. So Cortana thinks I'm handsome. I put something over the cover of the webcam so she couldn't see. But we could go ahead and do that. Maybe I want to, something as simple as, Cortana, tell me a joke.
I wondered why the baseball was getting bigger. Then it hit me.
Oh, okay. So maybe some of her jokes are corny, but you get the idea. Cortana allows for a lot of interaction, but how do you personalize that experience? How do we bring it to light so you can have it, Cortana, bring you the things important to you when you want them and how you want them? So let's take a look. We have some options here in how we view, interact, and edit Cortana's settings. Right over here on the left-hand side of Cortana, simply by clicking in, I'm going to go ahead, we'll close her. I'm just going to click in, and you see now she's bringing up information again. What's the drive look like on my way home? She knows that because, well, on my phone, my Windows phone, I have Cortana, and Cortana monitors my drive to and from work and knows what that route looks like, and then is able to track the traffic around that. But, I can also come down here and I can provide feedback to Cortana, ideas I have. What would I like to have her do? Maybe even provide a screenshot around that. Things I like, things I dislike. If I go above that, reminders. And it says select to add a new reminder. So I can go ahead and manually place that in here or do like I did orally previously. We also, down below, we have the notebook. Now the notebook is where Cortana tracks all the information and favorites around you. And here you can see we have Cortana tips, eat and drink, events, finance, getting around, meetings, reminders, movie and TV, news, packages, sports, travel, weather, and packages, by the way, is tracking. We also have above here about me. So if I click on that, I can change my name. Right now she calls me Michael. That's what I like. I can edit favorite places. And so you can see it has home and work and other saved ones. So if I click on that, here we go. So it has directions to home, to work, to church, schools, etc. All that there, and I can edit all those settings right in that one spot in the About Me. I also have connected accounts. So you can go ahead here and you can connect Cortana, for example, to Office 365 for you. So that's where you can have it start to learn about your professional work activities. Now this is Office 365 for work, not for personal. So I want to make that I want to distinguish the difference there. So this would be for my professional, in my case Microsoft Office 365 account. But also we can go into settings. So let's go ahead and click on that. And here it says Cortana can give you suggestions and ideas, reminders, alerts, and more. And yes, I have that turned on. Manage what Cortana knows about me in the cloud. So I can go ahead here and click on that and get a bunch of options to manage what Cortana knows about me in the cloud. Hey Cortana, whoops. And I said it, so she responded. So we'll say, that is where it says, hey, someone's name. Let them respond to that. And so you're able to have it respond to anyone, or I have it responding to me. And I did that by learning my voice. So you could relearn voice. She'll walk through 6 different phrases that she'll cue up and have you say, and so that she can recognize your particular accent, how you the intonation you use, etc. Also, find flights and more, detect tracking info. This is great. I recently was down a few months ago. I went to Turks and Caicos, hence where this background picture of me scuba diving comes from. But I went down to Turks and Caicos with my wife, and we went with another couple. And when we booked the flight, the travel information started popping up. In fact, that day going to the airport, Cortana was popping up on my phone, giving me the latest information around my flight because she knew what it was and was able to watch that. Also, let Cortana pipe up from time to time with thoughts and greetings in the search box. I have that on, so as Cortana learns my preferences, the things I'm doing, she can intelligently insert herself to suggest things for me, remind me, to greet me, and do things around that. Finally, there's also some additional settings below. Notice Bing Safe Search Settings. So that's where we can change filters around content and getting rid of that. So I have mine at medium so I don't get all kinds of garbage coming up in my search that I may not want. There's privacy settings. And finally, there's a link to learn more about Cortana in search. The beauty of it is all that's there for me to set, to personalize for me, and then once I do so, to then interact with Cortana. And you can come on back, Stephen, from full screen. And so, you know, again, the beauty of it is with Cortana now, I have this digital assistant who knows me across all my devices, all my applications, what I'm doing on the web and such, can personalize the delivery of information and make for a much better experience. And because she knows me across all devices, I'm able to see her and interact with her here. I'm able to do that with her here on my phone, so I can click on my Windows phone, and there we go. We have the same, and you can't really, I don't know if, probably can't see that well, but I will tell you this. On there is the same view as when I click on, so in back of me, there's a view that looks the exact same on my phone. Why? Because Cortana knows me, knows my interests, things I want to monitor, and serves those up to me dynamically. And I can talk to her on my phone, talk to her here. I can compose. We use Cortana embedded, so I can go ahead and actually dictate to things like Word and others. I do that on my phone. I can do social interactions all via audio using Cortana. I can do it here. It's a beautiful thing. So Cortana in Windows 10 on the phone, Cortana in Windows 10 on the PC, and coming soon to the Xbox. So if you haven't used Cortana, play around with it a bit, check it out. If you want to personalize again, simply come over here, go ahead, go to settings, and then in there you can go ahead, have her relearn your voice, track changes, etc. And finally, you can always click on here to learn more about Cortana search and privacy, in depth, all kinds of things that are available to you to turn on or off as you're comfortable as a user. So check it out. Cortana on Windows 10. She's rocking. She's here. She's now on my PC, and she is my personal assistant because I've always wanted an assistant, and now I have one. With that, this is Michael Gannotti here out of the Philadelphia MTC for MTC Studios, bidding you have a great day. Check out Cortana, and as always, ciao, and Windows 10 Zen. Get in the Zen on Cortana. Have a great day.